Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start our social studies class with histories chapter first, the regional kingdoms of 8th century. In this chapter we already discussed about the North India's kings and kingdoms and many much more things like Muhammad Ghori, Battle of Tarain and many kingdoms also discussed by us. Today we are going to discuss about the Deccan. The Deccan region refers to the area located between the Narmada and Krishna river. Whenever we are going to talking about Deccan, then at first we have to understand that place, which place is known as Deccan. Then we can say that Deccan was the place whichever between Narmada and Krishna river. That place is known as the Deccan. The Rashtrakutas had powerful kingdom in this region. If we are talking about the powerful kingdom of Deccan, then we can say that on that time Rashtrakuta had powerful ruler, a powerful kingdom of that place. At first we will talk about the Rashtrakutas because that's a kingdom was very powerful on that time. So we are going to discuss about Rashtrakutas. Danti Durga laid the foundation of the Rashtrakuta dynasty AD 753 after the defeating Chalukyas of Badami. Who is the founder of that dynasty? And we can say that Danti Durga was the founder of that dynasty. How she found? In AD 753. When? In AD 753, defeating Chalukyas of Badami. When he defeated Chalukyas of Badami, then he was able to establish his kingdom in Deccan region. He and his successor, who? Danti Durga and his successor Krishna first consolidated the rule in the region of present-day Maharashtra. On that time, Danti Durga and his successor Krishna first start to rule in present-day Maharashtra, whichever place today known as Maharashtra. On that place they start to ruling, and Solapur was its capital. Solapur was its place capital. Rashtrakuta fought with many rulers. On that time, Rashtrakutas was a powerful ruler, so many rulers start to fight with Rashtrakutas and they start to fought with many rulers and continuously wars made them weak. Whenever continuously wars is going between many rulers with Rashtrakutas, then they are feeling weak and finally they were overthrown in 10th century. In 10th century their rules is going to end. They were great patronized about art, literature and many much more things. For art we can say that Kailash temple is the best example for that thing, and Ajanta caves is also a good example for that, and we can say that they support to the regional language, especially Kannada. Now we are going to discuss about other kingdoms. First other kingdom was the Yadavas of Devagiri. Pallavas founded the Yadava kingdom in the 12th century. Who was the founder of Yadavas dynasty? We can say that Pallavas was the founder of this dynasty, and when he founded in the 12th century, soon the Yadavas consolidated themselves in the regions between the Narmada and Godavari rivers. Whenever they captured that place, then after that they start to move on that Godavari and Narmada river side, and a flourishing trend made the kingdom rich and prosperous. Because of Narmada and Godavari river, a flourishing trend is going in that place, and finally the kingdom was rich and prosperous. Whenever this kingdom is going to reach and prosperous, then Khalji dynasty's rulers want to capture that place. So in the 14th century, the Khalji rulers annexed their territories. Now we will discuss about Chalukyas of Kalyani. The Chalukyas of Kalyani were also known as the later Chalukyas or the Western Chalukyas. The other name of the Chalukyas of Kalyani was the later Chalukyas and Western Chalukyas. The greatest ruler was Vikramanka. If anyone asks about that who was the greatest ruler of Chalukyas of Kalyani, then we can say that Vikramanka was the greatest ruler of Chalukyas of Kalyani. He and his successor built many temples. By him and by his successor, many temples were built. Now, third one is Kakatiyas of Warangal. Kakatiya's kingdom lay between the Godavari and Krishna rivers, means the place whichever placed between Godavari and Krishna river, that's known as Kakatiya's kingdom. Marco Polo, a great visitor, great traveler, tells us that the Kakatiya's rulers were followers of Shaivism, so Jainism and Vaishnavism also flourished. Means on that time, on that the Kakatiya's kingdom's time, many type of rulers, regions is going to be taking place like Shaivism, Jainism and Vaishnavism. And the rulers patronized the Sanskrit and Telugu also. In the early 14th century, the kingdom was conquered by the sultans of Delhi. It's about Chalukyas of Kalyani and Kakatiyas of Warangal. Now we will discuss about Hoysalas of Dwara Samudra. The Hoysalas ruled the region covered by present day Karnataka, means whichever region in these days, today known as Karnataka, that's ruled by Dwara Samudra on that time. And the most powerful king was Vishnuvardhana. Ultimately, the kingdom was absorbed into Delhi Sultanate. On that time, Hoysala Dharma, if we talk about Hoysala Dharma Samudra, then on that time the powerful king was Vishnuvardhan, and ultimately the kingdom was absorbed into Delhi Sultanate. After that, now we will talk about South India's kings and kingdom. South India was under the control of three separated kingdoms, namely, first one is Pallavas, second one is the Pandyas, and the third one is the Cholas. They were the three important rulers in South India, and there was constant struggle for supremacy amongst them. They always fight a war for prove that supremacy amongst them, who was the powerful. Like sometimes Cholas try to fight with Pallavas, and Pallavas fight with Pandyas. That type of wars take place between all three rulers, and amongst them many types of fights also going to them. Now we will discuss about South India's kings. Now we will talk about the Pallavas. The Pallavas became very powerful in the 7th and 8th centuries. If we talk about the Pallavas, then they were powerful in the 7th and 8th centuries. Their capital was the city of Kanchi. City of Kanchi is known as the Pallavas capital, and the Pallava rulers built many beautiful temples of stones. If anyone asks you who built beautiful temples of stones, then we can say that the Pallavas made the beautiful temples of stones. In the 9th century, Cholas defeated the Pallava and ended their rule. Means till 8th century or till 9th century, we can say that they ruled. After 9th century, their rule is going to decline. And last, the Pandyas. The region around Madurai was governed by the Pandyas, means whatever region is nearby Madurai was governed by Pandya rulers, and Madurai was the capital. Madurai city was the capital of that place on that time, and it was an important center of learning. On that time, Madurai was known as the important center of learning. Marco Polo visited the Pandya kingdom. On that time, Marco Polo, a foreign visitor, came in India and visited that Pandya kingdom. He has left a detailed account of visit. When we read a detailed account of Marco Polo's visit, then we can say that whatever he writes about Pandya kingdoms and many Indian kingdoms, we can take a great knowledge from that thing. Dear students, this is all about the regional kingdoms of 8th century. Thank you.